Life before Proven Men, specifically regarding pornography, was definitely much more one-on-one friend-based accountability, in such a way that often the friend-based accountability was good. It was really good, accountability that I still have, but I would say something that was lacking in that was more so the group coming around you, and the study that comes with it, the everyday part of it. That was better. What led me to Proven Men was more or less, I knew Shane was doing a study at Church of the Good Shepherd. I found out about it on Sunday. I had no real seeking out of it, but I knew it was happening, and I knew it would be something that seemed like it would be good, so I said, yeah, let's do it. So the first week, sort of started feeling like, because in the past, I've grown up in church where you have curriculums of Bible studies and things like that are often guided and led by the curriculum, and oftentimes the curriculum starts to maybe feel a little bit cheap. And I was scared at first that Proven Men was going to be something else like that, because I think the first or second day it asked me if I was saved. And in my mind, I was thinking, oh no, I really don't want the next 12 weeks of this to be these cheap sort of questions. But also in my mind, I knew the people that worked here and the people that were supporting this and pushing for this were people that I trusted. So I sort of put any fears that I had of the study itself being cheap or unhelpful onto the men like you guys that I trust, and moved forward with it. And I think with the study itself, I knew how deep porn goes into my soul. I don't think I quite realized the work that needed to be done in order to start derooting that. And I think that the study showed me pretty quickly that, even more so than I already understood, that porn is not an isolated thing. It's not a thing in and of itself, but it really is just a product of my pride and my selfishness. And if I'm not keeping my pride and my selfishness daily surrendered to God, then porn's going to keep stepping onto the doorstep of my soul and saying, hello, here I am. Whereas dealing with my pride and my selfishness, both through the curriculum and through the guys that I got to go through the study with, keeping my pride and my selfishness constantly in front of my face in such a way that I'm dealing with this and I'm laying it at the feet of Jesus and surrendering it, helped fight those things, which in turn created a soul space where porn wasn't knocking on the door all the time. It wasn't welcome anymore. I think the biggest thing that has been the most helpful for me is, it's funny too because it's such a simple picture that happens in the curriculum. I don't remember which week, but it's the idea of giving Jesus your shovel, and not trying to take the shovel for yourself, and digging out your own pride and your own selfishness or your own issues with porn that you may have had in the past, but even moving forward, letting that heart work happen, and watching myself pick up the shovel even since then and try to do work myself, and sitting down in prayer and self-reflection, realizing what was happening, and then handing that shovel back over to Jesus to continue to do the work in my heart. I would say that's probably been the most helpful sort of picture in my soul space whenever I am praying through things, both in regards to pornography, but also in regards just to life in general. But handing the shovel back over to God, whether that be in my relationship or my struggles with pride and selfishness, or in my relationships with other people, or in my dealings with just learning to surrender school over to God, but handing him the shovel in all those regards has not only helped the fight against pornography, but also the issues or struggles that may come up in any other part of life. The curriculum also uses the word a lot, I'm a needy, dependent servant, and so returning to that language over and over again every day, so I don't lose sight of that and start picking up the shovel again. I think that's probably been the most helpful thing since coming out of the study. I'm thankful for how God, through Proven Men, has shown me even more so how deep my vices go, such as selfishness and pride, and how he's given me a framework for dealing with those things even further, so that porn doesn't keep stepping up on the doorstep of my soul, saying, here I am, look at me. And even when it does, I have a better framework of handing Jesus over the shovel. And I'm thankful for that, to continue letting him do that work in my soul. My name is Cale Baker, and I am a proven man.